Good morning, students. Today you are going to learn how to prepare income and expenditure account. First, before going to the sums, I would like to say a few points regarding preparation of income and expenditure account. Already I told you in the previous class, only revenue nature items will be taken for preparing income and expenditure account. But in receipts and payments account, both revenue and capital nature items will be given. So in the sum, you will be given only receipts and payments account. From that only you are going to prepare income and expenditure account. So you have to select only the revenue items from the receipts and payments account for preparing the income and expenditure account. In that, capital nature items will also be there. So you have to be very careful in selecting the items. Now I have given some items of capital nature. You will come across this type of capital nature items in the receipts and payments account. So you have to ignore all these items for preparing income and expenditure account. Sports equipment, billiards table, furniture, building, books, donation for tournament fund, donation for governor's party, investment, defense bonds, prize fund, match fund, bicycles, car, legacy, fixed deposit. All this will be treated as capital nature item. So you should ignore this. Sometimes entrance fees and donations will be given, but in the adjustment sometimes it will be given, it should be capitalized. If it is given, it should be capitalized means entrance fees, donation should also be ignored for preparing income and expenditure account. Otherwise, these two items can be taken for preparing income and expenditure account. So first I am going to do 42nd sum. Here in this sum you are asked to calculate, you are asked to prepare income and expenditure account. So in income and expenditure account, the format is debit side is expense side, credit side is income side, just like profit loss account. Here I have taken all the revenue nature items. One item, capital nature item in the given question, sports equipment. So that I left it. I didn't take for income and expenditure account. First item on the expense side, to salaries and wages, 1,60,000 given in the question. In the adjustment, outstanding is given, yet to be paid. It is related to current year, so it is added 40,000, so 2 lakhs. To office expenses 35,000, to telephone charges 24,000, to electricity charges 32,000, to traveling expenses 65,000. Depreciation on sports equipment 85,000 I have calculated here. The 3,40,000 is the cost of sports equipment purchased. On that depreciation is 25% given, so 85,000. So that is depreciation on sports equipment. On the income side, subscription is given in the receipts and payments account 3,50,000. With that, outstanding subscription for the current year is added 55,000. Total comes to 4,05,000. Donations 50,000. Entrance fees 80,000. Here the income side is more than the expense, so you get 94,000 as surplus. We'll go to 44th sum. I have done one more sum of this type, only preparation of income and expenditure account. In this sum, some capital nature items are given, like life membership fees, furniture, sports equipment, books, donation for tournament, fixed deposit. All these items I have ignored for doing income and expenditure account. So on the expense side, to rent 60,000, outstanding rent of the previous year given in the adjustment 15,000, so it's deducted, so 45,000. To insurance premium 60,000, less prepaid insurance because this is related to next year, so 15,000 is deducted, so 45. To newspaper 1,000, printing and stationery 19. Here also printing and stationery is treated as an expense. Loss on sale of sports material 700. Here the calculation is cost of sports materials 1,200 given in the question. Sale value 500. So the difference is 700. That loss is taken into consideration here. By entrance fees 50,000. Subscription, it's given in the question 90% is received and it is given as 90,000 in the receipts and payments account. So therefore 100% will be 100 by 90 into 90,000. You get 1 lakh. So the difference between 1 lakh and 90,000 is 10,000. This is only outstanding yet to be collected. So the collected amount is 90, outstanding subscription is 10,000. So 1 lakh. By donations, 1 lakh 20,000. By interest on fixed deposit, here also the calculation is 1 lakh 20,000 is fixed deposit given in the question, 8% given, 6 by 12 because the fixed deposit is made on 1st October. So from 1st October to 31st December, March, it is 6 months. So 4,800. So the by interest on fixed deposit collected is 2,400 given in the question. Yet to be collected is 2,400. So the total comes to 4,800. Sale of old newspapers 300. Locker rent is given in the receipts and payments account 6,800. Outstanding locker rent of the previous year given in the adjustment 600. So the balance is 6,200. Again in this sum also income is more than the expense. So you get a surplus of 1,70,600. The next sum what we are going to do is 50th sum. In this sum you are asked to do income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So here you have to be careful and leave the capital nature item so that those items can be taken for doing the balance sheet. Now because after doing these two sums, you people are familiar with capital nature items, I think. So now income and expenditure account again on the expense side to wages and salaries. And one more point I would like to say here, in the question previous year balance sheet is given. So some adjustments like salaries and wages, subscription, all these items will be there in the balance sheet. So when you adjust the amount in income and expenditure account, you have to consider the items from the balance sheet also. So by seeing the adjustment, you will take that also into consideration. That is for the current year. Previous year outstanding will be there in the balance sheet. So you have to verify the balance sheet also when you prepare the income and expenditure account. Here to wages and salaries 60,000 given in the receipts and payments account. Unpaid outstanding salaries is given in the adjustment 6,000. So I have added it. But this 11,000 is given in the previous year balance sheet. Previous year balance sheet means in the previous year balance sheet outstanding. So last year outstanding. So that is deducted so that you will arrive at the current year wages and salaries. Upkeep of grounds given in the question. Stationery 15,000. Here also stationery can be treated as capital nature item when you know that is opening balance and closing balance of stationery is given means then you will calculate stationery used. In the previous class I was telling you, but in this sum stationery opening closing is not given, so it is treated as a revenue nature item, so it is taken here 15,000. Audit fees 2,000. Depreciation on sports equipment 15,000. This is nothing but here sports equipment opening balance is given in the balance sheet 50,000. During the year purchase is given in the receipts and payments account. Closing balance is deducted from that. That is given in the adjustment. So you get 25,000. Sale of sports equipment is available in the receipts and payments account. So if you minus that, you will arrive at the difference. That is nothing but depreciation on sports equipment. That is only taken here as depreciation on sports equipment. Loss on sale of sports equipment, it is given in the question. Book value is 10,000, sale value 6,000 given. So the difference 4,000 is loss on sale of sports equipment. Then depreciation on billiards table, it's given in the question. 60,000 is given in the question. So 10% of that is 6,000. So that 6,000 is taken as depreciation on billiards table. Then on the credit side, by subscription 1,81,000 given in the receipts and payments account. Here also you have to be careful because two items are given in the adjustment and two items are from the balance sheet. Outstanding subscription for the current year is given in the adjustment, so I have added it. But outstanding subscription of the previous year is given in the balance sheet, previous year balance sheet. So 8,000, that is deducted. Then subscription received in advance for the next year is given in the adjustment 4,000. So it is deducted because related to next year. But subscription received in advance in the previous year is given in the previous year balance sheet. but it is related to current year, so that's why it's added here. So 1,80,500. Sale of old materials 1,500. By entrance fees 2,000. Interest on investment, it's given 40,000 is investment made, 5% is the interest. Again 6 months only, because investment made on 1st October given in the question. So for 6 months only we have calculated, that is 1,000. So that 1,000 is taken the income side. So again your income side is more than the expense side, you get 78,000 as surplus. Now balance sheet, this is the balance sheet of the current year, because previous balance sheet is given in the question. So liability side, capital fund is available in the previous year balance sheet, that is 2 lakhs. Surplus is added. Life membership fees will always be capitalized, so that is added here 50,000. So you get 3,28,000. Tournament fund always capitalized, so 60,000. Add donations for tournament fund 20, so you get 80. Less expense on tournament 65, 15,000. Here I would like to say one more point. Sometimes what will happen, expense on tournament will be more than this amount. When you get like this, find the difference and take it to income and expenditure account. Subscription received in advance 4,000, adjustment. Salaries unpaid, adjustment. Current year, all these are current year. On the asset side, sports equipment given in the adjustment 45,000. Billiards table 60,000, less depreciation 6,000, so 54,000. Grounds 1,20,000. Investments 40,000. Add outstanding interest 1,000, so 41,000. This cash and bank balance is nothing but closing balance given in the receipts and payments account, that is 87,500. Outstanding subscription of the current year 5,500. So that is given in the adjustment again. So if you add these two, you will get 3,53,000 on the liability side. Again on the asset side 3,53,000. So this is when balance sheet is given, that is previous year balance sheet is given, and you are asked to do income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So I think you are clear about all the adjustments now. So keep doing the other sums also. So I will meet you in the next class.